morning, RHS. I'm Gracie, and this is Trojan TV. Imagine this. You're walking down a crowded street when you see someone in trouble. Maybe they've fallen or they've been harassed. What would you do? Most people want to say they would help, but they don't. Why? It's a phenomenon known as the bystander effect. This video will dive into the psychology behind the bystander effect, explore real-life examples, and discuss how we can overcome and make a positive impact.
If a stranger needed help, how long would it take you to offer them a hand? According to psychology, the answer to that question may depend less on who you are as a person and more on how many people are with you at the time. In a strange paradox of human nature, the more people there are in a group, the less likely anyone is to offer help. It's called the bystander effect, and it may be a roadblock that's keeping you from showing empathy. When someone is in need, people in large groups tend to feel that they don't need to do anything because someone else will take care of it. This is known as the diffusion of responsibility. The end result is nobody does anything. And if you don't believe me, I'll show you. We started with a large group of 10 people and told them they were here today to see a product demonstration. So we're just basically looking for emotional reactions to certain products. We're not quite ready to go yet. So as you can see, you have these surveys. Go ahead, start filling them out. Take all the time you need with them. I am gonna go get the product and just kind of start throwing it together, and then we're gonna begin. Sound good, everyone?
Okay.
Cool, thanks. Here's the thing though. Everybody but one of these people wasn't in on it. We gave her a 10-minute window where she could offer to help. Let's see if she comes to my rescue. We repeated this a few more times with varying results. Come on. That didn't sound good. Next, we tried it with a group of 5. Oh, jeez.
Do you think you're allowed to do that?
So far, it's not looking good for people in general. Are we just plain unhelpful, or is there something to the bystander effect? To find out, let's see how helpful people are when they're all by themselves.
Hi.
The results? With our group of 10 people, it took our participants an average of 8 minutes and 1 second before they lent a hand. Excuse me, thank you.
Can I help? I just feel
thanks.
bad.
Participants in our groups of 5 were a little quicker, saving me from the tent with an average time of 7 minutes and 25 seconds. I'm okay.
Do you help?
Do you want to give me a hand?
Yeah.
That'd be great, thank you.
What can I do?
But when our participants were by themselves, that is when they really shined. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. On average, they offered to step in just 3 minutes and 19 seconds. You were the fastest by a country mile. I have set this thing up by myself 7 times today.
That makes me sad.
You took a total of 12 seconds. Why do you think you were so quick to do it?
I like to help in any way that I can.
That's the funny thing about the bystander effect. You would think that a group with more people would mean there's a higher chance someone would do something. But people in a group are actually less likely to help.
I knew I should have just stood up and done it, but then a big part of me wanted to see what these people would do, and I was just kind of like, are any of them gonna help?
At first, I was a little shy to jump in and help, but then after a while, just, I'm just gonna jump in and help.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Sorry it took 8 minutes.
when it's just the two of us in a space, there's like a bond that's created. It's like, well, I'm not gonna let you struggle on your own. And I think if there is a group of people, it's way more acceptable for me to be doing that.
It's the diffusion of responsibility.
I think that's totally true.
If something is saying jump in and offer to help, just follow that intuition. Even if no one else is saying anything, just, hey, if you can be a part of helping someone, instead of just watching them struggle, or even take out your cell phone and like tape it or something like that, which is the worst, just offer some help.
So, now that you know about the bystander effect, ask yourself, how often do you feel like you should help someone, but don't, because you think somebody else will do it? Maybe next time, you will be that somebody.
Yeah, I do. I think that anytime we're dealing with concepts like the bystander effect or groupthink, which is very, very similar, I think the more people that you have, the more other people expect people to step up.
And have you been in a situation and like not had to and then felt guilty?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in the 80s, right? I watched kids get bullied all the time, and I never bullied kids, but I always felt like, looking back, I should have jumped in, and even though it would have made me a target, I would have felt better about myself.
When I watched the video, I could relate to all of it. Those that stood and watched, those that at a smaller group, so you're looking around thinking, oh, somebody else is going to stand up and do this. And then I do agree, and I realize that if it's just me and somebody else, that most of the time you would, because you're not worried about anybody thinks what you're doing is dumb and you don't know how to help them. You're not going to be enough for that. So I recognize all of them, and I recognize exactly how I've been in all situations. And that is something that I need to just be more proactive and do it, because I know what it feels like to also be struggling and trying to change a tire in a car and 50 people drive by and I'm like, really, I do need somebody's help. So
what situation would you go help in? I try to help in as many situations as I can. So yeah, not really sure. Yeah.
It definitely, knowledge is power. So the more we know, the more we can overcome. So if we know that these things within our psychology exist or within our nature exist, then we can overcome them. So watching the video and learning more about these things makes me feel hopeful that other people will be able to do the same.
I think that talking about it and showing videos like this would really help to change that, because if people understood and knew that just because someone could do something or should do something doesn't mean that they will, right? If they understand that it just takes one person to start helping and to break that effect, then things could be a lot different. I think learning that just being confident and knowing right from wrong and making that decision confidently will help a lot of people to change that effect.
That's all. Maybe just to help more often. Okay, thank you.
perfect. Thank you so much.
I think instead of just standing around, you should probably take action and not watch something bad or someone get hurt.
I think it's important to jump in if you can, when you can, and doesn't matter. Like if anybody else does, just do it. If you're comfortable to do it, do it.
To change, we could not rely on others and stepping in when we can.
For me personally, to change this bystander effect, I would try to find my strength in numbers. If there's someone that needs help, try to find other people so that you can all help them collectively.
What I would do to change the bystander effect is to try to put myself in their shoes and think of what I would want someone to do for me if I was in that situation.
I definitely agree with that. And what I will do is I'm going to make the decision that if I see something that I'll do, like I'll make the decision that I'm going to do something about it before it even happens.